There's absolutely no doubt that the expectations are not high, but there is nothing scarier than a motivated man with absolutely nothing to lose. That's it. We're
Woo!
going to break down. Come on, baby. Fire me up. Let's win 5 football games. We are going to break down the Kentucky football schedule. We're going to talk about the team. We're going to run through all of the games. We've been talking about doing this forever, and we finally feel like we found a good time to do it today. So that is the plan. Tomorrow on Saturday, we already recorded it, but we previewed the SEC basketball schedule, so that'll come out for y'all tomorrow. So be waiting for that one. But Carson, it's time to talk about a little bit of football on the Wildcats Today podcast. And it's been a while, and I'm excited about it because not only is Kentucky football back, but college football's back.
Oh, yeah. I've been itching for football to get back, and I watched my Eagles beat the Bengals in some preseason action last night, so that was fun. Yeah, I'm just ready for football season to be back, and, happy Friday, everybody. We made it to the weekend.
We did. And, I mean, heck, we've only got to make it to like 2 or 3 more weekends before football starts, right? I mean, we're almost there, ladies. I mean, the weekends, like, I'm a big summer guy. I love summer. I'm not trying to sit here and knock the summer. No, I mean, but I'm just telling you, I think life is great when football season starts.
Hot take. Once you get a real job, summer's not as fun, and the fall is so much better.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the fall is because it's like, okay, Friday on Saturday, we're going to wake up and, I mean, just the coldest sprites that they produce. And we're going to watch football we're going to watch game day from whenever it starts till noon. Then we're going to watch college football from noon until the Hawaii game's over. And then we're going to go to bed, wake up with a ripping Sprite headache, and sit down and watch 7 hours of commercial-free
football.
I mean, it's the best time of the year. You're worried all week about your team's matchup. You're worried all week about, am I going to win this fantasy football game? There is nothing better. Yeah, you're right. It's not a hot take. This is the fall is better than summer, and you can debate a wall. I love it because then also, as fall falls away, there comes basketball, and we're very excited about that.
We're right there.
Yeah, and the Reds did a good job. I'm officially giving up after the loss last night to Paul Skeens. I'm waving the white flag, but my dad and I always say the goal for the Reds is to make it interesting, to get us as close as you possibly can to football season, and I think that they've done their job. So good job to the Reds. Thank you.
Good job to the Reds. Thank you. And also, those Snoop Dogg tickets next Monday will be probably cheaper.
Unless they win 3 in a row. That's what they'll do. They'll win 3 in a row against Pittsburgh and be like, oh, and then they'll lose 2 to somebody stupid. And, so we weren't beating Paul Skeens. That was the reality. But Carson, let's talk a little bit of football. I want to get you tell me right now. I just said it. The expectations are not high for this football team. What are your not about a specific player. What are your expectations for this Kentucky football team?
Well, so I think it's interesting because, the line with games won is at 4.5 right now. Mm-hmm. So that's Vegas's expectations for us. But my expectations for Stoops, I think he has to make a bowl game, in my opinion. I think he has to get to that threshold. And the more I look at the schedule, I think 5 games, is definitely a possibility, but 6 games is pushing it. But if we're a lot better than people expect, I think we can get to that 6 games. It's just going to be a really tough road this season.
This is really tough to break down, and I'll tell you, and it's simply because, like, I saw these. I was scrolling on the TikTok, and I saw these. It was another Kentucky podcast. I don't know the name of it. I hadn't seen these people before. It was like a younger kid, probably like in freshman college, high school, maybe, and he was talking about like how he felt very confident Kentucky going 8-4, and I'm just like, what? Like. I was just like, dude, are we serious?
But Will Levis one day only walking back through that door.
No, Benny Snell's not going to be back. Lynn Bowden is not here. My thought on this, Carson, is I actually think that Kentucky's football team is better than people are giving it credit for. But I don't think it's going to matter because I think that Ole Miss is really good. I think that South Carolina is going to be pretty good. I think they were a tad overrated personally. I still don't think we beat them in Columbia. I think that could be one if we're going to surprise somebody on the road. I think it's going to be South Carolina. I think that Georgia's Georgia. I think that Texas is Texas. I think that Tennessee is. We'll talk.
They got some QB controversy over there.
Yeah. I think that Auburn is a quarterback away. If that guy they got a quarterback is good, I think they're going to be good. I think Florida has the best quarterback in college football. Vandy
Arch.
I'm all in on the Lagway.
You like Lagway? I don't know. Ever since I met Arch, I'm an Arch stan now.
Arch is a great dude. Dude. I know you told me that. I'll just tell you this though, and this is my bold take, okay? Where is he ranked in the SEC if his last name was Johnson?
Well, I think he's flashed, so I think he'd still be top 3.
Okay.
Now I think he's still top 3 right now. It's just I think he has to prove himself, but that's my thing. I think he's going to prove himself because he has all the tools capable of
I'm not trying to knock him. I simply think that he might be a spot or two overrated in the conference because his last name is Manning, and I think that's fair. I mean, dude's a Manning. He's good. I'm not saying he's going to be awful. I think he's going to be good. I think that people are overhyping him just a hair. I think if I was ranking,
I might be one of those guys because I went to DraftKings last week and did a future on Arch to win Heisman and Texas to win the national championship. So
okay, well, you didn't take Calzada in Kentucky, so I don't even know why are we doing this podcast anymore? Because clearly you're not a fan. I mean, this is sad. This is sad.
This has my finances attached to it.
That's a good point. Yeah, that was called financial responsibility. But Vandy, frankly, I'm sorry. I think we can beat Vandy in Nashville, man. And now we're going to have to go to that game because we're not, which we didn't talk about, but the Vandy game is on Tuesday, which stinks.
I know. That's sickening.
I talked to Cade about that last night.
But we'll go to the football game and make a beer snake.
Yes. Well, yes. A $250,000 beer snake. But and then Louisville, I think they're going to be pretty good. And y'all know I take every opportunity to make fun of Louisville I possibly can. I think they're going to be pretty damn good at football. And I think they're going to be pretty good at basketball too, but I just think we're a little bit better. I don't think that's the case this year in football. I'm just going to be brutally honest. But, I mean, so when it comes to players, Carson, that you anticipate breaking out for this Kentucky football team, what are some names you've heard? What are the names that you could see maybe breaking out for this Kentucky football team?
Yeah, I'll start at the running back position because I know we struggled there last year. I think Seth McGowan out of New Mexico State, previously at Oklahoma before that.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be a stud. And there's a crazy story about him. He was actually facing up to 70 years of jail because of his actions in Oklahoma. But it's starting to look like we might be a little bit like Georgia. So if we have a Georgia type running back come in, and that's never a bad thing. So I'm really excited for McGowan. He showed so much flash. He's an incredible athlete. They were saying he runs like Isaiah Pacheco. He just runs mean.
Yeah. What did he do?
Yeah, he just stole some stuff and did some bad things.
But
that's
Cam
the past.
Newton.
Yeah,
Cam Newton. So Jameis Winston stole a lobster.
Yeah, Cam Newton still
an iPad.
Yeah, I mean it seems like the two might go together.
Yeah, I think you can steal a lobster if you win his football games. I'm just kidding. I don't condone stealing lobsters. But if you win his football games, I could maybe get behind it. Yeah. The name I keep hearing, Carson, at wide receiver, it's Law and Order, baby. Kendrick Law, everything we've heard about Kendrick Law is that he's going to be scary, 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 scary good. And I just think that I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be really – and people are talking about losing our 2 stars from last year at the wide receiver position. Obviously, hate that, and it's frustrating, but I think this kid's going to be pretty good, Carson.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And he's been a little banged up in practice, but I mean, he's an absolute stud. He's probably the fastest guy on the team. Well, actually, according to Jamori Macklin, he is. But I'm really excited about Law, and it's going to be. I honestly, as much as we lost Dane and Barry I think our receiver room might be better than it was last year just because of the depth. And I'll give you another name to watch out for. Another former Oklahoma guy is JJ Hester. He's 6'5" on the outside. He's going to be. He's a guy that can get downfield and get those jump balls, the 50-50 balls. Yeah. So that's another exciting prospect to have on our roster. And then you got, local kid Fred Farrier. Mm-hmm. You got a lot of good weapons at wide receiver. And I also heard a lot about the Boyle County's finest, Quisenberry. Mm-hmm. I heard he's been making plays in practice early on. So, going down to the Dirty Danville, they know how to run a football program down there. So I'm really excited about that kid.
Except for when Lexington Catholic pulled the hook and ladder, beat them.
Yeah, when we had Mark Perry, we beat him all the time, and then they started just whooping us. Man,
I'll never forget that. Then that was freshman year, so you weren't at Catholic that year. But have you ever heard the story? We beat Boyle County on like a last-second hook and ladder to score a touchdown to win the game.
That's nuts.
I mean, you want to talk about? I mean, my behind was hurting from riding the pine, but man, that was a fun moment, dude. That was awesome. I'll never forget it. That was great. That was a lot of fun. That was the year we went to state and then played that one team and got pile driven. Who was it? Them West Virginia kind of boys out there, whatever county that is on the, you know what I mean? They're good name of it. But Carson, I couldn't get this deep into this podcast and not talk about quarterback. Okay. I want to get your thoughts on this. When I sit and look at the quarterback room for the Kentucky Wildcats, everything that I've heard is that Cutter Boley is right there with Zach Calzada, is right there with him, okay? And this is not going to happen. I want to put that out there. So we are sparking a controversy that is just going to more than likely anger folks and probably not come to fruition. But I'm bringing it up because it annoys the hell out of me, Carson. If they're similar, why are you not playing the young guy hoping he can bring some excitement to your football program? I just don't understand it. When you're already playing a season where you've got 2 hands tied behind your back, you're playing great SEC teams, your home-to-road ratio is terrible. Why not throw the young guy out there and see if he can kind of be DJ Lagway to Napier for Stoops? Like, he wins 5 football games and we'll go, oh, man, do we have a quarterback? And people say, come on, Stoops, one more year. Let's figure this out. Our schedule will be easier next year. Thoughts on that question?
No, I actually love that argument. And all I'm hearing is the same as what you said. Is they're really neck and neck, and it's almost like really close because Cutter might even take over the ones. But you also brought Zach in for a reason, and Zach only has 1 more season left. But like you said, I think it would be smart to play Cutter just because he's younger and can get developed. I mean, when's the last time we've actually developed a quarterback? It's been all transfers. So, I mean, I would kind of like to see Cutter Boley come out. I mean, it'll be interesting because Zach's going to start the first game. So if Zach kind of puts up a stinker in the first game, I would not be shocked if they went to Cutter in the Ole Miss game.
As our friend Coach Rick Vice says, and I can't say it, inappropriate, and the best player plays. I don't get it. And obviously I don't coach the football team, and if I did, Cutter Boley would be starting. But what frustrates me is this: if they are close, even Carson, if Calzada's got him by a hair, if he's got him by a neck hair. Now, if it's a gap, yes, you start Calzada. But if it's close or they're even, I mean, you got 1 year of Calzada. You got 1 year of them. Why not try and get your future started in a season where you're not going to the playoff? You're not doing anything crazy this year because of how tough the schedule is. I think your best case scenario is 6 wins. I think that is the best case scenario. And I think it's honestly, and we'll talk about our, I think that's more obtainable than people think. But, that frustrates me. And I want to hear y'all's thoughts in the comments. I just think that you gain nothing from going 5-7 with Zach Calzada. I'd rather go 4-8 with Cutter Boley and see if you can't build some hype for next season. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? If you're not going to make a bowl game either way, why not throw the young kid out there and then see if you can kind of build some hype for next year? And if he's not good enough, then you just know he's not good enough. And you got to figure it out in the future. You've got the good kid coming in next year. So that's my take on the quarterback situation, Carson.
No, yeah, I completely agree with you there. And then I'm going to talk about the new revamped Beast of No Nations offensive line. Shiaz Pete is coming in from New Mexico State. That dude is a massive human being. He's every bit of 6'8". He's huge. You got Jagger coming back. You got Jalen Farmer from Florida. He came in. He's been killing it in the off-season workouts is what I've heard. It's just a new revamped offensive line. You got Braun from Arkansas coming in. He's one of the better guards in the SEC. So I think we're going to be able to run the ball a lot more efficiently, and that's kind of what killed us last year. We weren't able to run the rock like old school UK teams, so that hurt us a lot. Yeah,
I mean, I really do think our offensive line is going to be better, and I'll also add to that. I think Mr. Pete. Do you want to talk about the king of the clip farm? That dude is. I just want to sit down and drink a beer with that guy. That's all I want in the world. I just want to have a Kentucky NIL beer with that guy. That is the coolest person. I mean, he's just so well wise.
He's wise beyond his years.
Like I was telling Boff the other day on the phone. It's like, Boff has his inappropriate Boffisms, and it's like Pete's got his just like I want to say these things to just sound smart. Like this dude's just awesome.
He talks like Master Oogway.
I hope that's good. That's really good. I hope that it turns himself into an NFL player because I will be rooting for this. I will buy a jersey. Yeah, I love that guy. I think he's one of the most fun fan favorite players we've had here in a while.
I agree.
And also, when was the last time have you had a fan favorite offensive lineman? Never.
Logan Stenberg, Drake Jackson, Landon Young.
Still, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I bet you there's a lot of fans didn't even know those guys' name. Even though a lot of them are from here. I'm just saying like that. I'm rooting for this guy, man. But I think the offensive line's better. To me, Carson, and to bring back up the quarterback conversation, I think that's what makes or break this season. I think you've got good running backs. I think that you've got a good offensive line. I think you've got good receivers. It's whether or not your quarterback's good enough. And I think our defense is going to be good. Now, the problem is I think if we were in the ACC, I think we are a top 3 team in the conference. That's just the reality. I think that we have a solid football team. The SEC is just really good, man. It's just really, really good. And I do think that that's going to kind of hurt Kentucky this year, knowing that I don't think our football team's as bad as they're making it out to sound. But I just also don't think that we're going to be able to win a ton of games this year. That's just a reality. I hate it, but I think it's the reality.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. And like you said, I think the defense is going to be good too. I got some names. DJ Waller coming over from Michigan. He's going to be a good addition in the secondary. I actually think our secondary will be one of our better position groups throughout the team. You got JQ Hardaway still here. Ty Bryant, he's an anchor safety. Jordan Lovett's been here, still here. He's good. And then you move to the defensive line and you pick up Gusta from Wazoo. I'm pretty sure that's right. And he's going to be a stud. He's a power rusher. He's going to cause some havoc between the tackles. So I'm excited. We're going to get some push on our defensive line, and our corners are going to be able to cover some guys.
Yeah. Are you talking about Gusta?
Yeah.
Looks like he went to UC Davis. I don't even know what that is.
I'm pretty sure he transferred to Washington State.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I agree. I mean, I think we're always going to have a good defense, man. I just think we're well coached there. My questions are around
Wazoo.
It was Wazoo.
Yeah.
My questions around this team are and a lot of them, I said the quarterback, but are around our OC, Mr. Hampton. I don't know if I'm buying it yet. And this matters. You know what I mean? This matters a lot. You got to have good play calling. And I still think we play too conservative. Get the ball down the field. And I'm not talking about these trick plays. I want to see a slant. I want to see a 10-yard slant to somebody. I want to see a 10-yard slant to anybody. I don't care who. Throw it to somebody. Yeah. Throw it to Pete. I want to see a 10-yard slant. You know,
I agree with you.
I'm all for ground to pound. But
yeah, me too. Well, you got to have a balance, right? And I am excited at the fact that we brought Hamden back because we haven't had good retention on our staff, for offensive coordinator. Shout out Liam Cohen. But I am excited to see him in year 2 to see what he schemes up with this offense.
Yeah. I agree. I'm rooting for the guy. I like the guy. Seems like a great dude. I just think that there's a lot. We have to find a way to overachieve on offense this year. That's what's going to make or break it. I mean, our defense, I think we're going to hold a lot of SEC teams to 24 or less points. A lot. It's can we score the football? That's what's going to be the question. Could we slow Georgia's offense? I believe we can, but can we score on their defense? I don't know if we can.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my thought in a lot of these football games. So I just don't. That's what frustrates me. I just think if you flipped Texas for Oklahoma, and you flipped I don't know, and you flipped Ole Miss for Mississippi State, I think this team makes a bowl game.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, you got Ole Miss, one of the top teams in the SEC. You got Georgia. You got, a top 5 team in college football. Texas, number 1 team in college football. Tennessee, people think is going to make the playoff, even though there's issues. People still like Tennessee, man. I'm just telling you.
Well, do they wear orange and white every day and chew tobacco?
Florida and Auburn, both teams, underrated, solid football teams. Vandy, I don't see that. I think we win that one. But I mean,
I do too. I think Vandy's overrated. I mean, I get Pavia, but
I love Pavia. I do love Pavia. I think he's fun to root for.
Him and Pete played together.
Yeah, exactly. And and they also they've won an SEC game together at New Mexico State.
Yeah, they beat Auburn at Auburn.
So maybe Mr. Pete can go down and repeat himself.
Yeah. That would be nice.
That would be incredible. But why is the line for this Toledo game 9.5 points, Carson? And actually, this is how I'm going to ask you this question. Convince me to not put $250 on Kentucky to cover the 9.5 points against Toledo. Convince me not to.
Yeah, Toledo was at the top of the MAC last year, and they didn't lose anybody. They had the most high retention rate out of a smaller school like that. They've got a great coach. They're a well-oiled machine, honestly. Toledo's always been a problem in the MAC, and I think they're only getting better. So I think them coming into Kroger Field is going to be a test for this team. But I'm going to go to the casino with you to put 200 on the Cats.
I'm sorry. I know how talented – I mean, and then you're exactly right. That's why I wanted you, because I was hoping you would kind of, gas up Toledo a little bit, because they're a good football team, man. We love Maction here. I mean, nothing but beat a Thursday night football or a Wednesday night football game. We love the MAC here, but I'm sorry, we're a better football team than they are, and I think by multiple touchdowns. They're a good football team.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking Toledo. This is no disrespect to them. I think they're good. I think they've got a great shot to win the MAC. They're a good football team, but they're not even close to us or any SEC team. I think we win this game by 21 points. Maybe like 17, like 2 touchdowns and a field goal, but still, I just don't think this covers ever, and I don't think it's ever going to be in question. Don't.
I agree.
So yeah, I like the Cats to cover there. But all right, Carter, you got any other players that you want to talk about before we kind of run through the schedule?
Let me see. I pretty much covered everybody I wanted to talk about. I think Rayner will be a big help in linebacker. The problem with linebacker is we don't have a ton of depth, which I'm kind of worried about. Like, we have a good starting 11 on both sides of the ball. It's where the depth is going to be an issue this season, in my opinion. I'm hoping some players progress farther along than I think they're going to, but the depth might be a concern late in games.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I'm with you on that. But I mean, I think once again, I think that the question mark for me around this team is at the quarterback position. And if that group, if our quarterback position excels this year, if they are better than we anticipate, I think we can make a bowl game. But if quarterback sucks again, we're just not going to win 6 football games. We're just not. Could we bump into? Could we beat one team we're maybe not supposed to, or 2? Sure. But I don't see.
I think the O-line will help boost quarterback play from last year.
I agree. I do agree with you. I mean, it's going to make it easier to succeed at the position. But I mean, we're a better football team than we were last year. But the question is, will we be able to find success knowing we have a tough schedule? Yeah. And I just don't know. We'll just have to see. So,
you want to run through it real quick? Give our early predictions.
Let's do it.
Nothing behind them.
Yeah.
All right. You want to start it off?
Yeah, well, with Toledo, I think we win. I think we cover.
Yeah, I think we win and cover as well.
Yeah, I have extreme confidence in Big Blue Nation to get up early and pound some beers before this 12:45 kickoff, and I will be partaking in that. Now, this Ole Miss game is interesting to me, Carson. I don't have the confidence to say, even when I'm going to predict us to lose a game here, I'll tell you if I think we have a better shot than some imagine. Simmons, the quarterback for Ole Miss, and I haven't looked at their schedule to know who they start the year off with. If they started off with a big game or if they play like a crap team, but which I will go check that right now.
This would be his first true road game. I know that for a fact.
Okay, well then if that's the case, they're probably not playing anybody worth crap week 1.
Yeah,
So I like Simmons. I think he's a good quarterback, but I'm just saying. I mean, this is a 3:30 game. This will be. It's the perfect.
This is our season right here, in my opinion. Like this is where all the fans come out, they get excited, and if you win it, you're gonna build momentum. But if you lose it, it's not gonna be as crazy as
I think you win this game, you make a bowl game. You lose this game, you don't. That's my take. I think that is the most winnable home game you have besides Tennessee. I think Tennessee is honestly a little bit more winnable, but I'm going to take us to lose this game, Carson. I'm going to try and be realistic as possible, but I think I think we can win. I think it's closer than many imagine. And I think if we want to make a bowl game, you have to win. That's my take on that one.
Yeah, I think this is a good matchup for us because like we said, he's coming into his first true road game. We have a good defense, and we've kind of had Kiffin's number. I know we haven't beaten them all the time, but we always play close games versus Ole Miss. Like every game seems to come down to the wire. So I'm not going to give us the win either here, but I could definitely see us winning this game.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to look at it.
Eastern Michigan win.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan win. At South Carolina, I think they're one of the more overrated teams in the SEC. I think Sellers is I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's a little bit overhyped as well. I don't think we saw enough. You know what I mean? He's good. He's a good player.
Yeah.
But I think that the finish to their season last year kind of elevated him to he's the best quarterback of all time. I think he's a top 3-5 quarterback in the SEC for sure, maybe top 3, but I don't think he's winning the Heisman. I'm also a big Nuss guy. I think Nussmeier.
Yeah.
Nussmeier. So, but Carson, I'm taking us to lose this football game.
Yeah, I'm going to as well. It's much as it pains me to say, Beamer has owned us recently, and I can't stand him. He's my least favorite coach in the SEC.
I will also I'm taking us to lose this game, and I'm taking me to throw a chair at something.
Yeah.
When I hear that.
That's minus 250 for me.
When I hear that, there will be something thrown.
There was violence last year when we lost at home to South Carolina.
Yeah, no, I know. That was a rough one. Georgia, I don't think there needs to be much of a conversation.
We're going to lose to Georgia.
Yeah. Frankly, Texas at home. I don't think there needs to be much of a conversation.
Be
But
art
that'd
show.
be really fun if we somehow won that game. Don't see
Yeah,
that.
that would be insane. But their defense has only gotten better from last year. And, you got Arch at the helm now. So it's going to be that's the toughest game on the schedule.
So here's where I'm going to go in a little bit for the memes. But I think we can beat Tennessee. We're due to beat Tennessee. I don't think they're as good as people think they're going to be. I do think there's question marks at the quarterback position. I think we're going to beat Tennessee at home. We're due to beat them. It's been a long time. And this is the most beatable they've been, and it's at home. I think we beat Tennessee this year. And I'm not just saying that. I really, really think we can beat them this year.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think they're definitely down this year compared to last. I'm actually going to pick them to beat Tennessee as well. Yeah. I think we owe them, like you said, and they're not nearly as good as they were last year at all. And they have some quarterback problems. So, it's going to be interesting to monitor their season as well.
Yeah, I agree. So that would give us 3 wins.
3 wins.
This Auburn game, this is, I think, up there with one of our more winnable ones. There's not a lot of, there's a little hype around Auburn, but they're similar to us in their biggest problem is their quarterback. They have good receivers. They have a good defense, but if they don't have a good quarterback, they're not going to be very good. And by that time of the year, we will know quarterback for them and quarterback for us, how good the position is. So I'm still going to take Auburn in that game, but I do think that's a game that if the wheels are falling off and they're already saying fire, freeze, and all that, I think Kentucky could maybe win, but I'm still going to take the Cats to lose that one.
Yeah, I'll take Kentucky to lose that one as well. It's going to be tough playing there. Be interesting to see what time that game's at.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough place to play under the lights. It's if you get them out on a nooner, that it's like you go in there and people go, "What just happened?"
That's what we need to happen. We need it to be a noon game.
Yeah. Florida at home. Here's the deal, Carson. Okay. I'm going to take the Cats to lose this one. Frankly, I like our chances. I think the Auburn and Florida, those two are the big swing games for this year.
Yeah.
They're the swingers. That's the upside down pineapple right there. I love Lagway. Okay. We are pro Lagway. Carson and I both think he's great.
I've been on Lagway since
in college
freshman
football.
Year.
Yeah. I think he's the best quarterback in college football. I really do believe that. I think he's going to win the Heisman next year, not this year, next year. And I think he's going to be the number 1 overall pick in that draft. I feel very confident. I am not very confident in the team he has around him.
Or Billy Napier.
Or G5 Billy.
G5 Billy, baby.
Yeah, I agree with you. So I am still going to take the Gators to win this game, but I think that is honestly right up there in winnability with the Tennessee game. Honestly, it might even be a little bit more winnable than Tennessee because I have question marks around everything around Lagway. He's great, but what do they have around him?
Exactly.
So I'm taking the Gators to win this football game, but I really like the Cats in that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. And we've had Florida's number in recent history, so especially against G5 Billy. Yeah. But I'm also going to take us to lose just because when you have a quarterback like that, as long as he's healthy at that, if he's not healthy this season, then scrap all this. But as long as DJ Lagway is healthy with this one, I think it's going to be a heartbreaker for us because I think it's going to be a close game, but he's going to take over at the end.
Yeah. The Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles, Carson? They're a tough one, man. They'll come at you. The Golden Eagles.
Just like the other Tennessee team, we're going to win.
Yeah, no, we're going to beat Tennessee Tech. Then this is where we go to Vandy. Carson, I think the Cats win in Nashville.
Yeah.
I think they do. I think Vandy, we have lost to Vandy over the last handful of seasons more than we should.
Mm-hmm.
Diego, now, I think that the mantra here is going to be it is still Vandy. They're trying to have, well, we're not Vandy. No, you're
Vandy. You are Vandy.
And
you can't fool me.
Pavi is good. I think they have improved the roster a little bit, but we're not losing to them again, man. No. We're better than they are. They're a good football team, but we're better than they are.
Yeah,
You know what
we
I
have
mean?
way more talent than they do on their team. I think we go in there. It's going to be like a home game. We love going to Nashville.
Yeah, we need an excuse, man.
I'm excited about that one, and I think the Cats are going to pull it out.
Yeah, I do too. So that then gives us 5 wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then move on to Louisville. I want you to do it, but I'm going to take us to lose this game. I think Louisville's good. I'd love to go give Big Dog the big finger and win this football game, but I don't know. I think Louisville's gonna be pretty darn good this year. I'm taking the Cards to win this one.
Yeah, I'm not. I
Good.
think Kentucky goes to Louisville and beats them because I don't think their quarterback is nearly as good as Tyler Show. I think they lost some guys. I mean, they're still an ACC team, and we still have talent on our team. I think I don't know what happened last year, but it's not going to continue. I think the Cats go up 64 and they whoop some Card ass. But that's going to end our season, and we're making a bowl game for that prediction right there.
I would love to go into that game 5-6 because you know what I mean. That just would be so great.
And I hope they're like 10-1.
And I hope the Cats play in the Vegas Bowl. Put me in the Vegas Bowl.
And I hope we knock them out of playoff contention because they're in a sorry ACC.
Yeah, that'd be great. But I mean, so here's, like I said, I took us to beat our not good, the SEC teams, right? I'm taking us to beat Tennessee and Vandy. But then to me, it's Florida, Auburn, South Carolina, and I'll add Louisville. Those 4 games, this is the easier way to put it, okay? This is the easier way to put it. Between Louisville, Vandy, Florida, Auburn, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Ole Miss, right? Between those 7 football games, you have to win 3 to make a bowl game. That's the reality here, okay? Mm-hmm. That's the reality because you're going to beat Toledo, Eastern Michigan, and Tennessee Tech. You're going to win those games. You need 3 wins to make a bowl game. You have to go 3-4 in those 7 games to make a bowl game. I think we can do it. I think the ceiling for this team is 6-6, Carson. Yeah. I don't see us winning 7 football games. If we do, it would be a masterclass from Stoops. Mm-hmm. But I think that I'm taking us to go 5-7. I'm very firm in that take. But I think 6-6 is out there. I think it's out there.
Yeah, and I like us at 6-6. I think we can get to 6-6. I'm pretty optimistic that we can get to 6-6.
I always like doing the putting like $10 and betting every SEC teams over and under. I do like our over on the 4.5. I feel very confident in us winning 5 games because you've already got 3 wins. That means you have to go 2-7 in your last 9 games to hit the over there. Like, I just think the Cats can do that. I think that you can do it. So, so frankly, I like the over on our win total. But, so yeah, I mean that's all I got, Carson. When it comes to foosball, what about you?
Yeah, that's all I got too. We're getting closer. I'm super excited.
Yeah. So like we said, tomorrow, we already recorded it, but tomorrow's show will be a preview of the SEC basketball schedule, which was released Wednesday. Wednesday. So tomorrow, the show will be a little preview of that, just a little, 15-minute preview of the schedule. Talk about the tough parts of the schedule. We talk about wins and losses. We project our record there. So tune into that. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, we'd really appreciate it. Leave a like. All that helps us out a ton. And tell a friend. Word of mouth helps us out. We really would appreciate y'all doing all that stuff for us. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. Check out tomorrow's episode, and we'll see you next time on the Wildcats Today podcast.